It always comes to this. Morning guys, here to do another tattoo progress update today. I believe where I last left off, I had said there were one of two tattoo progress updates I'd be making next. Would either be the next one with Rick or the next one with Terry. Well, the next one with Terry ended up coming first, so we ended up getting this rose done and the rosebud done. Now, normally I like to yammer on a little bit in the beginning, kind of about what I've done in the past few videos, but obviously it was pretty hard to hide what we got up to this time. Obviously now I'm a little lopsided, but that's okay. I'll talk a bit about the session. First off, I'll just show it up real close. So this rose took us just north of 2 hours for the lines. We redid the lines, we redid the black, and then all the white. And then this guy took about half an hour. It was never redone in Panthera, this one. So like this one here was, and this one, they were redone with Panthera after the dynamics. So you can see they're actually pretty there, but Terry still wanted to redo the black. So I told him the only way we were gonna redo the black is if we did the white and black the same session, or else it would be the same kind of natural fade. See, we see it is still blacker than the background, but he wanted a clear picture, and it can't hurt to darken the black a little more anyway. But now we'll get, as this naturally fades, we'll keep the contrast of the white and the black. So yeah, about two hours and 10 minutes. Terry is incredibly quick tattooer, so that might have taken Rick 2.5, 3 hours. Rick isn't quite as fast as Terry, and he takes more breaks, more breathers, bathroom breaks, crap like that. That's not to knock Rick, it's just different people work differently. So if I'm lucky, I'll get obviously this was the third pass, but we used the same white. We used the silverback white in the rose on my hand and the rose in the white in the moon. So hopefully we'll get a similar color. If it doesn't end up being as bright as the brightest points of this rose on my hand, I won't be disappointed, because this is honestly just a little too bright, and I'm kind of looking forward to it fading a little bit. As weird as that would sound, I would be happy with the rose on my neck being as bright as the white in the spider eyes, or the white in the tentacle I did here. Let's see if I can show it. Right, I'd be happy with the rose being that white. So I'm not really going at this hoping that it will be super, super bright forever. That's a big part of people's confusion about white on black, is like they're expecting it to be like as white as, say, I'll just grab something. They're expecting it to be that color. That's not really the expectation you want to have. The expectation should be merely to tone the black. It should be just to make a difference. It should be enough that when you bounce the old black and the white and a darker black off of it, it all stands apart. So in other words, you're just changing the tone of the black. You're not looking to get it super, super crisp white. That being said, I love the way this looks. This is always how I imagined this, and I believe it'll be something like this when it fades. We based the way we shaded this one off of this one, and so again, this is basically a full color rose over black. The way Terry approached it was full color, just using white and black. There's just a little bit of negative space of the old Blackout, just to leave some contrast there between the new black and the white. It's a bit of a shame that silverback white is no longer available. All that crap that happened in the UK has made that ink, or has taken that ink off the market. I don't know if they're gonna retool it and bring it back, but because I was quite liking the silverback ink, silverback white. But whatever, we'll figure something else out. I'm not adverse to trying any and all white inks and any and all black inks, and just kind of experimenting and seeing what happens. This one was never finished. The center was never fully shaded, so we had to draw on parts of it. The outside of it was relined, but the inside of it was never relined. So we basically just, Terry drew this on. Now, as I'm saying this, I want to mention that Terry has been tattooing for, he was tattooing out of his basement for, I think, 5 or 6 years kind of thing. But, so an at-home tattooer for most of his tattoo years. But he's only been professionally tattooing for 2 years. So this should be, I want this to be a message. Once again, I've said this before, but I want this to be a message to anyone out there who's looking for a guy that can do white on black or black on black, and they can't find a white on black, black on black specialist, someone who does this. There are none. Those people don't exist. I keep getting, the more I do this, the more people are sending me emails and messages on Instagram and TikTok and all that crap, asking me specifically who to go to for work on blackout tattoos. There is no one. No one specializes in that. There isn't enough of it to go around to begin with. I can't even imagine starting a shop with that MO. We specialize in tattoos on blackout. Here's what you got to do. Find someone who's open-minded. Terry doesn't possess a particularly special skill set. He's a really overall well-rounded artist, but much like Rick is, the one thing the two artists I'm working with right now have in common is they're both like jack of all trades type artists. That being said, I thought at one point maybe only Rick was doing this so well because he specializes a lot in cover-up work, but it really turns out you just put the ink in like any other tattoo. There's no special trick to this. And I want to say to anyone who comes across this video, you can call it salt or whatever, salty, I'm upset or whatever, but I'm tired of the laziness and the skepticism around this style of work. It's not magic. It does work. It's not even more complicated, really. Just try it. And if you say it doesn't work without trying it, or that it'll be gone in a day without trying it, or a week or whatever like that, you should be excluded from the table. People who say that now, their voices shouldn't be listened to. They should be, and not only not listened to, but those people should be put in a dark corner and left. Because it's been proven now. I know in the past people weren't super vocal about what was possible with tattooing, but now there's enough, even just my channel has been enough evidence that it works, that if you search it up, you can find this now and see that it does work. So any tattooer that's lazy or ignorant enough to say that this work can't be done should not be listened to. And yeah, even if my contribution to the tattoo world and culture is just that, it'll be enough for me. That would be enough for me on its own. Because so far, this color on black was done, we've done it twice because we wanted it like a more vibrant red than it was, because first it was kind of dull. It was kind of more like that over there. Well, that's even, I mean, I guess even that was only done once. But anyway, we wanted this more vibrant than it was, so we did it twice. But everything we've tried has worked. Even when it hasn't been as crisp as I wanted it. That is almost 2 years old now, and it's still there. Okay? Black on black from 2 years ago, still there. This chest, which I wish was fading at a faster rate than it is black on black. It's still there. Like, everything we've done is working. It's lasting. Yeah, every bit of white we've put into my suit has stayed. Every bit of silver has stayed. Every bit of red it's all there in some capacity. Some things have worked better than others, but everything has worked. I think I could put yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, any color I want, I think I can get on this suit. And it's not the magic of a really good tattooer. It's just imagination and effort, I guess, patience, because I have a feeling that I can get tattooed by anyone in this shop and get a similar result. And most of these people in this shop, most of the artists here haven't been tattooing that long. But Kevin and I, the guy I do podcasts with, he's a junior tattooer. He's only been tattooing for in between a year and 2 years, really. We're gonna do a skull on my calf soon, just to see if it works. Just because he's learning a lot watching me get tattooed, and he's wanting to try it. And if it doesn't end up working out, then what am I out? It's not like we can't black it out again. But I have a pretty good idea that it's just going to work like everything else has. And then what are people going to say? Oh, well, he must be using some magic ink, or a really proficient tattooer, or I don't know. People make up all kinds of crazy things because they don't want to believe that it's as easy as it is. But yeah, so far it's been nothing but successes. I'm actually looking forward to the thing that proves me wrong. I haven't found it yet, but so far so good. Anyway, I got a little ranty on that just because the more I do of this, like the more skepticism and weird, like woo-woo people think it's like magic, or there's some hidden man or something doing, like, I don't know, like that it can't just be as easy as it is. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an eye-opener, and I almost feel like angry at the people who have done this before me, because I know that, like, I seen a rose bouquet actually. Lee found it, showed it to me about 3 years ago. Lee being the guy who originally did my Blackout work. It was a full color floral piece over Blackout, and neither one of us knew how it was possible, and there was no information. No one said how they did it, nothing. And it was just this kind of like weird, like, I wonder how that happened. And like, what a nice thing it would have been for the artist or the canvas in question that they did that. And that was 10 years ago, by the way. For either of those people to talk a little about it and take that out of the dark a little bit. What a fucking dream that would have been, hey? Because then it wouldn't be, like, if we had more people speaking up about this stuff, I don't know what it would do to the laser industry to know that you can just cover over something and then with black and then tattoo right over it. I really don't know what that would do to the laser industry. I don't think it would take it away, but I think the more people realized it was possible, like, you would see Blackout tattooing becoming not just popular, but you would see it all the time. Like, because it is really as simple as just like sometimes laser takes multiple sessions too. So I don't even know that laser would be fast. I think laser would be the slower route. And when you can get images as clear as this, like, and you don't have to fuss with what image, because like if you black over anything, like, you can reset anything that way. A lot of things when you laser them, when the laser's done, you still have to pick between certain things that are going to hide the original image. But with Blackout, you put a sheet of black over it, you draw whatever the fuck thing you want then. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it's going to take a while, but so will laser. And arguably, it's going to do less damage to the skin too. So I think there's some argument to be made that Blackout is a better cover-up method long run than laser is, and maybe even faster, and definitely cheaper too, and possibly less painful overall. I don't know, that's a tough one, because Blackout's a little more painful than regular tattoos, so I know laser is more painful than tattooing, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think there's a lot that people should be thinking about there. A lot of possibilities that haven't been thought through. Anyway, I got a lot off my chest there. Got a lot of things to say about this, and more as it goes on. For now, I'll just show this off again. Obviously, this is fresh, but when it's healed, it should look something like this. And because this is a hand, there's a good chance this will look even better, even more defined, because as we know, hand tattoos heal the worst of anything, and I have two very, very crispy tattoos done over top of Blackout. For the people in the back, these are over Blackout. I did not have them before. If you still somehow think that's the case, that is not the case. Anyway, this should end up looking even better than this, is what I would imagine. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'll be heading down to my torso work again. I'll have more to show off, more white and more black on black. And yeah, pretty excited about it. So talk to you guys again soon.